Rapture Hills.
A bunch of different places. I just don't know how to get back.
Me neither. Wrong button. My bad. Alright. Ocean Speedway, Crush's Dungeon. Scorch, Fracture Hills. 3 Leaps of Supercharge.
There's 2 flying levels on this one. I think that's the Speedway.
Yeah, I know where the Speedway is. Would you like me to go to that one instead? Actually, I do want to go to that one instead. Okay. Speedway.
There's 2 Speedways.
Where's the second one?
Chat Live TV, what's going on, man? Hell yeah, Spyro. Spyro for the win.
Would you like me to take you to a world where you can find a new
Yes,
talisman?
take me to a
So, let me ask you guys while I have you all chatting. What's your... What? Yeah, hell yeah. What's your favorite
I'll take you to
classic
Newport.
game that you wish they'd remaster if they haven't yet?
Cheater? Huh. I didn't want to go in there. I knew that this one was there. It's not a new portal. Lame liar.
Oh.
What? I didn't see.
Wolf did 10%.
Nice.
Legend of Dragoon.
Wait, no.
I
No,
haven't-
he did 10% and lost.
That's what I said.
Oh. That's not what I thought you meant.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Maybe that's why he did 10%. Oh shit.
I think I'm gonna die.
I don't think I want to do this one.
We have to.
Don't. There's stuff everywhere, dude.
Oops, I missed that guy.
I'm just getting a little bit of everything now.
Yeah. Why?
Was Spyro and Crash, but they did them. Yeah, I can see that. There's a good amount of games that I'd actually like remade.
Okay, there's arches,
Wait,
pigeons,
why are you
jumpers,
handing
and
it to me? Just that
slow
it goes to her
signs.
next.
She is not in here, so I'll retry.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Die for that one.
how? Oh, like this.
Willing to die for them all, huh?
Here you go. You try it, Ron. Don't try it on.
Or if they remake Suikoden, or just make a new one. Need for Speed Underground, you mean the first one? Bro, I would, if they kept everything exactly, like the controls and the style exactly the same, I would love a Need for Speed remake.
Bless you.
100% down with you on that. That was my favorite game.
Great soundtracks too. Infamous said 1 and 2.
This food is good.
And then, what's EHMS? Like, how do you say that? Anyway, he said, hey again, what's up, Keith?
Who said that?
EHMS?
Oh, I don't know. I call them like IMS.
Times. MS. Just my initials. Okay. Wait. Wow, I failed with that.
Oh, do exclamation boss.
You have to do 3 of those.
3 or 4.
Oh wait, no, that's not here.
Fly level.
It's not fun.
Yeah, it's this one. That's not bad.
It's just not fun.
Starts off a little tricky.
Yeah. You need to flame the pigeons.
No, that don't work magical.
Just flame everything.
That's some mod only stuff there. Legacy of Kain was good. I would definitely agree with that. But yeah, man, I call them M's.
Fire!
But how you been, man? How's your night going? And original Soul Reaver, yes. Dude, I was just thinking about that when you said Legacy of Kain. The original Soul Reaver was amazing.
Just shoot their little cords. You don't
Yeah,
even
the
have to hit
cords
those
work too.
guys.
I also didn't get all the turkeys. They really need a remake for sure. Don't believe they've aged super well. Dude, yeah, right. Nuh-uh. Soul Reaver is still amazing. I play Soul Reaver from time to time. I've actually never beat it. Or no, wait, I might have finally finished it.
I mean, it wasn't technically, but it doesn't really matter.
No.
You have what quote? But yeah, I don't even know.
L1 would do a flip and a turn backwards.
I don't think that worked on this one.
I don't know.
Damn, you're gonna be one turkey short. You missed it in the tunnel.
No. No. You passed it.
Wipe from this world like excrement from a boot.
Oh,
You grab it.
Huh?
Or you grab it.
Which one?
Soul Reaver.
What?
Soul Reaver.
Oh.
I make it a point, when I was young, I had a Super Nintendo. And I had the most games out of all my friends because all the money that I made went to me getting more games. And then, for some reason, I had this notion in my head that grown folk don't play video games. Mostly because during that time, all the grown folk kept saying, grown folk don't play video games. And so, I sold my Super Nintendo and all the games that I had. And I instantly regretted it. And it was the worst decision that I ever made. But it's the whole quote, yada yada yada. I can't remember all of it. No, I know which quote you're talking about. I have a Super Nintendo now. I have about
That's not a thing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
I have 22 Super Nintendo games. I have a Sega with some Sega games. I have a Nintendo with some Nintendo games. I have an Xbox, a 360, a PS1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
It happens. I mean, when you're young, you do weird stuff. And but ever since then, I've made it a point that I will never sell any game that I have. Like, even if the cartridge stops working, I won't even get rid of it.
It has the freaking Wizard of Oz, guys.
Yeah, Shade. I'll collect for the rest of my life.
Whoa,
It's all bad. It's all bad. Oh, that will make things kind of easier. That little mini map.
Wait, hold on. What system is it for?
PlayStation.
Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Why didn't you tell me about a Final Fantasy for this?
I did.
When?
I mentioned it.
said regular PlayStation?
After all that, yeah, definitely.
Your PlayStation?
Shining Force Trilogy was really good. Have you been playing for a long time? Playing what today? For today, no. In general, I played my first video game when I was 4, and I was like some kind of game wizard because within the first hour, I played Mario 1, and within the first hour, I figured out where the secret entrances were, and by hour 4, I beat the game at 4. You're doing that thing you do. Look at their head
I
butting
forgot
away.
the name already. Tell me the name again.
What's my favorite game? Oh man, I have a tie. If I have to pick an absolute favorite, I have a tie between Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Final Fantasy VII. Just because Final Fantasy VII was like the first official big RPG that I played, and Castlevania Symphony of the Night is just literally an amazing game. Like I'll still pop that in and do run-throughs of it. The art in Symphony of the Night is just some of the best that I've ever seen, but I really love the game style. Soul Reaver.
And it's for 1.
It could be for 2, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's for 1. But there's a bunch of games that I want to revisit, but they require me to get some systems. Like I had a Sega CD. I think it was a Sega CD.
I got all of those harmonies.
Nice.
Okay, you want it?
I guess I can give it a shot. And there was a game in that called AMOK, A.M.O.K, and it was like a robot game, but it was like one of the craziest looking graphically games of its time that like it still borderline competes with games today. And I was young when I played it, and it was a pretty hard game, and so I never finished it. So that's one of the games on my list to beat.
You know which one I liked? Medieval.
Alright, yeah, that does still work.
David, did you hear what I said?
Medieval? Yeah, Medieval was a fun game. Did you guys ever play Medieval? Give me 1 second, chat. Timer's getting close and a little bit focused.
Alright, well, I am currently unable to do the first one.
There we go.
The second one.
Let's see here. What's your favorite game? I didn't get into Final Fantasy games. Like, none of them, or just 7? I don't know. I like them all. Wild Arms was another good one. I liked RPGs a lot. I was really into RPGs. Nah, I never heard of it, actually. Which one? Medieval. Medieval was this cute little, like, game similar to this, except it was with a skeleton named Jack Fortescue. And you're fighting against a wizard, and they made 2 of them. And, you got, like, swords from each person that was in Valhalla that died before you. Swords and different weapons and stuff, and it was a really good game. What do I have to do in the speedways to get the stuff?
Where?
Oh, you have to beat it in a certain amount of time in order to get the orb from it. Or else you only have
I can only find 2.
toss it in front of the camera. FM, there you go, buddy. Slater, hey, what's going on, man? How's your night, buddy? PS2 for what? You grew up on Nintendo? I think I have my Nintendos up there. And no, it's definitely a PS1 game. So,
I looked through my.
will you pull down some of the Nintendo? How long did it take me to beat that, guys? Was it bad? Was I off bad? That's Super Nintendo, but okay.
I know that's Super Nintendo. Well, these are your Super Nintendo games. And then, this isn't even all of them, guys. There's just one little pile.
So, in order to get the 100% on this one,
What's this one?
that's Mario.
Yeah,
That's
I know
Super Mario
that, but
Bros.
is it Super Nintendo?
That's Nintendo. I mean, like, probably ridiculous question. We watched a decent movie last night, Delirium. It had Topher Grace in it. I'm sorry, Brash, I missed your question. What was it? My chat was down. I was looking at something. I asked if y'all like horror movies, but I assume the answer is yes. I absolutely love horror movies. I think Collard likes horror movies. Little says she doesn't like horror movies, but then she'll often put them on, so I'm not sure.
I don't like half and half on this.
She gets scared easy, but yeah, I love horror movies. I'm a huge horror buff. How you squishy?
Okay, Spyro. Looks like we got us a bit of a situation here. The bridge builders have got us pinned down, and we've been waiting for a volunteer to blow up their munitions building. Looks like you're it.
There are certain times you like you're not a fan of torture porn or straight up gore for no reason. I didn't think torture porn does not sound like a horror movie. And if you didn't stop grabbing it from that first time, you could literally just sit there and grab it over and over and over and over. Get away from them for a second. Rethink my strategy here. Oh, thank you for the follow to Flying Brit. Can't do it, Bounce. You don't do horror? No horror for you? How come? Follow Dance. Lurking, thank you for the lurk.
Thank you.
This was okay, a bit rough at times, but overall enjoyable and had some decent jumpy scary parts. Topher Grace is a pretty underrated actor. I know a lot of people don't like him, but he's good. I don't know. I kind of view I view movies a lot different than most people. I don't go in with a specific expectation, which allows me to just enjoy the movie more than most. I haven't really found too many movies that I overall disliked. I want you to die. I'm gonna mess with you. Not sure, although I watched Bird Box and thought it was terrible. I like Bird Box.
I liked it too.
The book is great as well.
Just safety session.
instead of mod or chat. Go over here and chat mod so I can play this level. Not miss chat.
Dang cannons just ain't working for me. Do you think you can blast that bird, soldier? Jump up here.
Does he have like a caterpillar thing?
Expecting jump scares, etc., but didn't have any. May give the book a go.
So I read this thing that said the reason they didn't end up showing the monster, because like initially they were going to show the monster, but then they completely ended up cutting all the footage out because the personification of her worst nightmare or whatever was basically like this snake that had a baby's face, and it just made her laugh every single time.
No, that wasn't her worst fear. That's what they ended up going with, and it just made everyone laugh.
Ah.
It wasn't scary.
Oh, so.
They said that they couldn't give the monster a tangible image because if it changes according to each and every single person, then nobody would ever see the same thing if it's always everybody else's worst fear.
Yeah.
But I don't think that. I don't know. I think that they might have been able to explain that a bit better in the movie, which probably would have helped people that were watching it.
Yeah, they kind of only hinted at it with the guy who's reading the book. Brash said,
XP Gaming, what's going on? Go ahead.
Brash said, I worry I'd have trouble with Bird Box because it's young kids. Movies like that give me bad anxiety. It's not that bad.
You'd be fine, I think.
Bounce said, Brash Pop, know the feeling.
Babies.
Then Brash said, yeah, that would be really difficult to put on screen, and scary things that are on screen for too long get really not scary after a few moments.
Are you
And
going to
then-
take your turn tonight?
Bounce said, oh, I get that, makes sense. And then XP said hi, and Bounce said, did you watch the remake of Myst?
Did we watch what?
The remake of Myst.
I want to say yes. I think I just watched that with them. The show was also good. The series.
Oh,
I don't know.
next on the back.
Oh, yeah. I did know that. I'm sorry.
She needs that for sure.
So picky.
There we go.
Doodle-doo. Yes, the series. Thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, the series was fantastic.
I agree.
But I like the movie in general. The whole concept of grabbing something from somewhere else, from another dimension, is really intriguing. Because as a scientist myself, I tend to consider, when I think about stuff like that, I often thought that the only way that I would concur until we have tangible evidence about the existence of spirits would be the acceptance that for some reason they were seeing a fourth dimensional being in a veil that was extremely weak between our realities in a specific point due to some frequency disturbance.
3 to 10
Trolls.
said how far along
The
are
whole
you
tree
guys?
had TNT.
In this game, I'm not sure yet, but I think we were. This is like the third zone, So we're getting there. But the percentage, I don't know until I save it at the
You
end.
should go back because you missed some stuff.
I'm not done. I always do listen
Wow,
to them.
what an explosion!
Respected, yo. Thank you for the alert, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Team Spock coming in. Hell yeah, man.
Yay!
If you got through the
Thank you.
breeze builder defenses. Good job, soldier.
It's actually pretty wild flying. Because I had talked to them before, and for whatever reason, the Spock bot was never going into my chat. And then because I've been in Team Spock for like what, 4 months, something like that, and it never worked, and they couldn't figure out why. And then today, and I think a couple other times, it just randomly started working.
Oh. Oh.
How do I kill it?
You don't.
I want to kill
Headbutt
it.
it.
It needs to die.
Did you headbutt it?
No. It's part of the quest. Let's see.
There's a lot of them. That weird little
Killing those guys.
puppet thing.
What light from yonder window breaks? That window up there, dummy! The professor said he was working on a way to help me get back with Juliet,
eyelids
but
are just
I
black
haven't
eyes.
seen him in a
Right.
long time.
What?
So you want us to get you full black contacts?
Find
I
the
think we
bro
should. Just
professor.
think it's creepy. We're actually gonna
I won. I actually won full.
No, I know we're just gonna get, but we're gonna definitely get it now. Just to figure out the
No,
families
it's
and
not
have
on
full black.
human beings, on bugs. So unless you want to be a whole full jelly,
I'll cosplay it.
Yeah.
become a fat mush.
Hey. Brother's a baby. That's what
My
he's supposed
name
to
is
do.
Little
No,
Bo
not
Peep,
him.
and I've lost
Squishy.
my bucks.
Squishy.
Battles going on all of the time. They keep
Squishy.
running away. Can you help me get them back into my pen?
Do it. Be Nemo.
Where's the pen?
Hey you. Be Nemo. Do it. The squishy line. Do it.
Oh, I shall call you Squishy. You shall buy Squishy. I can't remember all of it.
Yeah, there's a little bit more.
Yeah. You don't.
kill it.
You heard it. It's the only way to hurt it.
Yay.
How did it escape?
Because there's battles happening.
Go that way. This is easier. And that way.
So,
That way.
question of how life works.
Okay.
So, during the Throuple stream, if I give bits, do I thank myself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Aw, thank you,
Take them
caller.
to the other direction. That's
Yeah.
great.
Probably the hot chick.
Agreed.
Caller has cool hair.
Colin does have cool hair.
Unfortunately, no one gets to see it.
Listen.
Because Collard is
Today
late.
is not my fault.
Well,
It's definitely your
I
fault.
get that, but also, yeah, huh? What's that?
That looks like a
Gigantic
giant
balls just
wrecking
hanging
ball.
everywhere.
You're wrecking the balls, lady. You're supposed to strip on them and take them for them.
Oh my god.
They eat. Yo, look at the extra fire. The extra high fire goodness.
Fiery goodness.
It's get that thing.
Oh, look at that. That's one of the fat, weird turkeys down here.
There's two of them.
You trying to dump your, like, nuclear nuts on me? That was going on.
Nuclear nuts.
No one knows where the hell that is. Are you serious right now? Keep up with chat.
Okay.
You do that. While I try to figure out where the hell that new place is.
Britt said you're welcome at Pollard, and Little Herman also said hello to Bounce.